Hello, everybody. Welcome into Common Running Mistakes. And I want to share with you a mistake that so many runners make. And, some would say it's not a mistake. I would say it's a relative mistake. It is training for mileage and pace versus training for time and heart rate. So let me know how you train. Do you train for mileage and based on pace? Or do you train for time and heart rate? Drop what you do in the comments down below. Just say mileage versus time. I'd love to know what people do and why they have chosen that way. One of the biggest things that I see when people train for mileage is that they wind up overtraining because they feel like they have to get those miles in. And so they wind up pushing pace or sticking to a specific pace to try to get those miles in. And then they wind up blowing themselves up a little bit. They wind up pushing too hard and then having successive days of being fatigued. And it winds up kind of building up and hurting their overall performance and progress. And so training for time allows us a little bit more to back off and just to get the time in so that our body can make those same adaptations as what we're training for mileage. We're just able to better control if we use our heart rate and time. We're better able to control the amount of load so that we're optimizing load to whatever we're needing for that day so that we don't overtrain and we don't undertrain. Checking in with your heart rate and going for a specific amount of time allows you to get faster and faster over time at that optimal rate because your heart rate lets you know what you have in the tank that day from a very objective standpoint versus kind of that subjective I need to run this pace for my upcoming race, and so I got to spend more time running at that pace. That sounds great and all, but if that fatigues us or really makes it hard to sustain that for day in, day out, we wind up getting too fatigued and depleted. And honestly, that's not the way we get faster anyway. The way we get faster is by running much, much faster, by really pushing the high end of our speed. And then spending more time slower so we build our endurance. And so pushing it a little bit harder, a little bit faster every day, trying to push our pace a little bit more every day, actually hasn't been shown to be very effective at helping us to improve as a runner. So by training for heart rate, it allows us to make sure that we're spending time in the right zones where we're going to make the optimal amount of improvement so that we're building endurance and burning fat on the one end, or we're really working on the mechanics and the metabolics of speed on the other end, and not so much time in between where we're really not making progress. And so that is the common running mistake, is training for mileage and training for pace, which just doesn't give us enough feedback about where we're really at and can blow us up as a runner. So pro tip on what you can do, and the way a lot of the pros really do run is base it on their time and their heart rate so that they can look at making sure that they're optimizing every run for their body and that they're not overtraining. Let us know again how you're training, and we'd love to help you dial that in. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the comments down below. Thanks so much. I'm Dr. Cameron Garber again with Body Smart, and that is your tip for keeping runners on the road, healthy, safe. Make sure to join us on the next episode so that you can get all of our other tips and so that you can stay safe and healthy. So follow, subscribe, all of those things, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks.